Bashir once. This was on. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فإن خير الكلام كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. Brothers and sisters, pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give us sincerity to speak the truth in the light of the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, understand them, accept them in the hearts and apply them in our life. Ameen thumma ameen. Also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give us sincere iman, sound health and everlasting halal wealth. Also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah make the situation of Muslims better all around the world. Give sabr to those who are in trouble and take them out of the problems and fitna and tribulation. And also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala those who have been killed innocently just because they were Muslims. Allah accept their souls, give them best place in the Jannah and give sabr to their families. Ameen thumma ameen. We all ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah give us life with Iman and make us live as Muslims and give us death with Iman. Ameen thumma ameen. These are the important du'as which I wanted to make, and these are the du'as normally I make even in my du'a qunut when I pray for my brothers and sisters who died because of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. So these are the very important du'as that we ask for our brothers. That's the maximum we can do at this moment. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them best place in the Jannah. This is the continuation of our subject that we were talking about, the characteristics of the believers. And in last week we have covered the general meaning of those two verses of Surah At-Tawbah, chapter 9, verse 71 and verse 72. And as I promised that inshallah we will break down the whole surah, these two verses, into subjects. So last time we have covered the summary of the whole two verses. Today inshallah we will take the first subject of that, those verses. Let's start with the translation of the verses in Arabic as well. The surah is Surah At-Tawbah, chapter 9, and the verses are 71 and 72. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم والمؤمنون والمؤمنات بعضهم أولياء بعض يأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر ويقيمون الصلاة ويؤتون الزكاة ويطيعون الله ورسوله أولئك سيرحمهم الله إن الله عزيز حكيم وعد الله المؤمنين والمؤمنات جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ومساكن طيبة في جنات عدن ورضوان من الله أكبر ذلك هو الفوز العظيم. So these are the two verses from Surah At-Tawbah, and it covers the characteristics of the believers. Come over here, brother. Ibrahim, inko aane do aage. The translation is that the true believers, men and women, بعضهم أولياء بعض, they are well-wishers of each other. This is our subject that we will be dealing today, inshallah. What they do? يأمرون بالمعروف, they advise each other about the truth and goodness that will take them to the Jannah, protect them from the hellfire. وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ, and they advise them and create the alertness and awareness in them against the munkar, which is evil and haram. So these are the two characteristics. Number one is that they give the dawah and accept the dawah. And dawah means positive and negative both. يُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ, then they pray, they establish the salah. And وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ, and they give zakat. These are all subjects that we will be dealing in details, inshallah. But I want to translate this so that inshallah you'll understand what is the subject. Alhamdulillah. وَيُطِيعُونَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ, they obey Allah and His Messenger. أُولَٰئِكَ سَيَّرْحَمُهُمُ اللَّهُ, these are the people, soon Allah will send His mercy upon them. إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَزِيزٌ حَكِيمٌ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is powerful and wise. وَعْدَ اللَّهُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ, this is the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah promises the believer men and women, جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي مِن تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارِ, that they will be having rivers flowing underneath the gardens. خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا, they will be abiding in it forever. وَمَسَاكِنَ طَيِّبَةً, and they will have tayyib and pure and good dwelling places. فِي جَنَّاتِ عَدْنٍ, this will be the smallest Jannah that they will be given, and the biggest Jannah will be more. وَرِضْوَانُ مِنَ اللَّهِ أَكْبَرُ, and Allah's happiness will be greater than what they will be given in the Jannah. ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ, this is the actual and the great success. So this is the translation. Now we'll come back to our subject, that today we will be talking about the righteous bonds among Muslims, among believers. We do say when the problem comes between Muslims and non-Muslims, when it comes to general speaking, and sorry to say this, I don't know how, I have a nature that I have to mention some critical things. Otherwise, if I'll be all goody-goody, then it's not a good sign. We have to be sometimes bitter as well. And the truth is that our iman, the pressure of our iman is just like a bottle or the can of 7-Up. The moment we open the cap, we hear this pressure coming up. Shh. Gone. This is what we have. This is our pressure of our iman. When we see, okay, something is happening in Palestine, something is happening in China, something is happening in Kashmir, something is happening in Europe to the Muslims, we stand up. We want to boycott all their products. We want to do harm to them. We want to do this. We want to do that. And we start praying tahajjud. We also start praying, Taraweeh. We start praying, making du'as for them. And when that situation goes down, subhanallah, we are the one we support the kuffar. In many ways. In many ways. And the worst way that we help support the kuffar is we spy on our own selves, each other, and we say, look, that person is doing that, this person is doing that, that organization is doing that, and this is how we harm the Muslims. Imam Ibn Qayyim rahmatullah alayh, in Zadul Ma'ad, when he speaks about 14 different types of jihad, pay attention to this. We talk only about one jihad, but Imam Ibn al-Qayyim rahmatullah alayh in Zadul Ma'ad, he has mentioned the whole big volume only speaks about the jihad, and there are 14 different types of jihad. And when he speaks about the jihad between Muslims and non-Muslims, he says in that book that Muslims were always victorious. They only lost their battle or their victory is when the Muslims amongst them spy against themselves. So the kuffar easily gets the information and they can win over. And this is Imam al-Qayyim. According to our time now, it's 800 years ago he mentioned that. 800 years ago. He said that the Muslims always were in loss because the other Muslims shake hands with the non-Muslims against these Muslim brothers. So that's the only reason, otherwise Muslims will never be. Yeah, why? Why Muslims will lose like that? Because when those munafiqeen will join Muslims, Muslims will not know. They don't know what is there in their hearts. They will think they are our brothers. And this is how they will be stabbed from behind. Okay. So coming to this ayah. I want to tell you, my brothers and sisters, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did say al-mu'min and mu'minat. Al-mu'minuna wal-mu'minat. Allah is not using the word Muslim and Muslimat. I said we all are Muslims, but we not all are mu'min. When we say we all are mu'min, of course Muslims are in it. But the first stage of belief is Islam. Then all of us can become Muslim, but not all of us can become mu'min. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the word, instead of Muslim, Allah used the word mu'min, you have to pay attention to this. And this is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتُ بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضٍ. The true believer men and true believer women are awliya. What is the meaning of awliya generally in our language? Wali, yes? Wali, and the plural is awliya. And among the human beings, among the Muslim community, when you compare the people and you compare the wali, who is great? Who is great? The wali. Yes or no? That's why we say wali Allah. And this is what Allah is using the word for all of us, that we are wali of each other. Is that the reality today? That's why I brought the word true Muslim, true believer men and true believer women. Because see, Allah is using the word wali. He could have used Siddiq, or Sadiq, or he could have used words, Sadiq. Sadiq means friend in Arabic. Allah could have said that al-mu'minuna wal-mu'minatu asdiqa'u ba'duhum li-ba'd. This could have been, easily Allah could have said this. Instead of awliya, He could have used the word, plural form of sadiq means asdiqa. The plural form of sadiq means asdiqa, means friends. But Allah is not using that word. Allah is creating this understanding between each other that we are wali of each other. And this is where we have to understand that what is the meaning of wali? Why Allah is saying that Abdul Majid is wali of Islam Bhai? Why Abdul Majid is wali of Harun Bhai? Why Abdul Majid is wali of Uncle Bashir? Why? So that important word, and he has used that, and this is where it emphasizes that the relationship between each other is very, very important in Islam. But if we see the families today, brothers from the same parents, sisters from the same parents, first family, uncles and aunties, chacha, chachi, khala, khalu, mamu, mami, everybody, these are very close bonds of the family relationship. But we are not wali of each other. We are enemies of each other. Sorry to say this, I do family counseling. I also do ruqya as well. And 90% of my family cases, I have heard that the family members blame their own family members of that they are in trouble because of this person. And that person could be even, you will be shocked to hear. Sometimes, recently, a family came to my house and a young man, a boy, he told me, Sheikh, if it wasn't Islam, I would have killed my mom and dad. Imagine, young man, came to my house and he was so much into his, trouble in his life. He said, I would have done one of the two things. Either I would have killed myself, which again suicide is not halal, so I'm having sabr, or I would have killed my parents because whatever I'm going through now is because of my parents. So indirectly we are denying this verse of Allah. And if I say I don't believe in this verse, you will say, okay, Sheikh Sahab, bahar aa jao, dekh lete hain. Sheikh Sahab, come outside, we'll show you. You don't believe in this verse? You are saying you don't believe in this verse? I'm saying practically we don't believe in this verse. We are denying this verse actually. Parents, they don't love their children. Only the love connection is dunya. Children, they don't love their parents. Only the connection is dunya. They want to benefit from each other, that's all. If no benefits, if harm comes, they want to kill each other by whatever the means it is. Brothers are like that. The sisters are like that. Let alone Allah is talking about the believers who are not even biological relatives. Allah is talking about general believers, and Allah is saying that the wal mu'minuna wal mu'minat, no relationship, no brothers, no sisters, no father, no son, no wife, no husband. Allah is generally saying that the true believer men and true believer women are wali of each other. And who will define wali? Inshallah, I will talk about it in the next part of the khutbah. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Hadith reported by Imam al-Bukhari in his Sahih al-Bukhari, chapter 27. The title of the chapter is Being Merciful to the People and to the Animals, book 78, And that book is called Kitabul Adab, Manners and Good Forms. Same hadith is reported by Imam Muslim rahmatullah alayh in his Sahih, in Bukhari 6011, and in Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim 2586a. He has got A, B, C, D. Chapter 17, the mutual mercy, compassion and support of the believers. Book 45, the book of virtue, enjoining the good manners and enjoining the ties of kinship. So this hadith which I'm going to quote to you, alhamdulillah, refresh your mind, my brothers and sisters. This is the definition of the wali. And this is the definition that you are wali of your father. You are wali of your son. You are wali of your husband. You are wali of your wife. You are wali of your friends. You are wali of your community. And that hadith will define this. And if we have this, and if we really understand and we connect our internet, the spiritual internet connection with this hadith, wallahi, let alone somebody comes and bombs us, it will be even difficult for them to even look at us like this with evil intention. Why? Because our web connection will be so strong. And see this, what this hadith says, subhanallah. And if you understand the context of this hadith, you will realize that how could this hadith be that important to the time when Prophet narrated it? Were the people at that time, the Muslims, were like that? This will be a question that will come into our mind. So you want to know the hadith? Or should I say, wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin? You want the hadith? Yes. And you will follow it, inshallah? You will accept it, inshallah? Yes. I'm not your wali, I'm not your peace sahib. I'm not taking bay'ah with you. All I want is that you already have given your bay'ah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But this hadith will remind you that when Prophet has said this hadith to those people, why it was relevant to them at that time and why it is so relevant to us in this time. And wallahi, I can say this, if this is practically applied by the Lutanians only. Who are Lutanians here? Really? Good, mashallah. Patriotic. Yes, we will change Luton. We will change Luton, inshallah. And people will think, and I have example, Luton is really blessed town, believe me. I have seen Muslims migrated from France, Muslim migrated from Spain, Muslim migrated from different European countries, and they wanted to stay in Luton. Because our some brothers and sisters, our some Muslim families, they are so much known for the helping with each other, so that, and those European families, Muslim families, they knew about them, and they contacted me, Sheikh Sahib, we heard about this. Do you know this families? I said, yes. Come and you will find that they are Muslim, good families living in Luton, alhamdulillah. So believe me, mashallah, you people are blessed. Allah's special mercy is there on you. That people are even migrating from, Europe to come to you people. Hadith, as I said, from Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. And I always love to quote in English with Arabic, so that, alhamdulillah, we can understand both the context. عن نعمان ibn Bashir قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم مثل المؤمنين did he say Muslimin? Did he say Salihin? He said مؤمنون مثل المؤمنين في توادهم وتراحمهم وتعاطفهم مثل الجسد إذا اشتكى منه عضو تداعى له سائر الجسد بالسهر والحمى. Similitude of the believers. This is what I want to see before I die, in Luton especially. I don't want to migrate. I promised Uncle Bashir, as long as I'm alive here, I won't migrate from Luton. So this is what I want to see in Luton, alhamdulillah. And we'll make promise today that we will do it. Yes or no? No, it's not coming. Yeah, I'll get you tea, free tea, don't worry. I'll get you samosas, everything. But say with energy, inshallah. Yes, the topic is very sensitive, but I want to make the environment friendly. I don't want to stress you out. That's why I'm talking, interrupting in between. And this is what Rasulullah is saying. And I only can dream Luton. I can't dream, outside Luton because I don't have the scope to that. So this is what I promise, alhamdulillah, that Allah, let me see this happening in Luton at least before I die. And what Rasulullah is saying, the similitude of believers in regard to mutual love. Allah create love in our heart for each other. I said dua. I didn't hear Ameen. That means if I say Allah create hatred between each other, you will say Ameen? No, we are saying Allah create the love in our hearts for each other. Say Ameen. Yes, this is what Rasulullah is saying. Yet the hadith is not completed. Rasulullah is saying that the similitude of believers in regard to mutual love, affection, and fellow wishing, fellow feeling for each other, is that of one body. Is that of one body. This is the body. I'll give you the example. If this is my hand, and if something happens to this part of my hand, it could be very far from my brain, maybe 2-3 feet, but I will still feel the pain. If I have a pain in my toe, I'm mashallah 5'10". So still, though the toe is very far from me, but still I will feel the pain. This is what Rasulullah is saying. That in mutual love, in affection, in fellow feeling, is just like one body. When any limb of it aches, Allahu Akbar, the whole body suffers the pain because of sleeplessness and fever. Do we have that feelings? A week ago, I got the message, one of my clients, female, subhanallah. Throughout my life, I fought for the rights of the women, alhamdulillah. And my witness is my wife and my 5 girls. You can meet them, send your families, and ask them how I am with them. But a week ago, I got the message from Pakistan. One of my clients, female client, she burnt herself and killed herself because of the zulm that she has faced from her father, her brothers, and then finally from her husband. She said that's enough. I didn't have any protection from my father. I was expecting my brothers to protect me. They didn't protect me. Then I thought at least, I will go. She left Pakistan, she went to Europe, married some strange Muslim, and again Pakistani Muslim, and then she moved to UAE, Luton, and I was dealing with her psychological case and spiritual case. And now, last week my wife told me that she got the message that so-and-so sister, she died in Pakistan because she killed herself. She burned herself and killed herself, and she was saying, I had enough from my father, my children, my brothers, and my husband. We don't have that feelings for each other. And wallahi, I'm not boasting. I'm telling you the truth. This is the main door. And if anybody comes here, this is how I feel for you people. If anybody comes here with the evil intention to harm you, wallahi, I swear upon Allah, I will be the first one. I'll say, cross me before you touch my people here. This should be our feelings. Let alone that we cheat them. Let alone we bribe them. Let alone we go and complain to the council and they are in trouble. Let alone we go to the authorities and complain about them. And we do lots of subhanallah. Yesterday I got the message that a family, they got broken. They were even planning to kill each other just because of the property matter. Come on, man. Property will not go with you in your grave. You will go with your deeds in the grave. This property, Rasulullah has said to the 2 parties came for the property. And he said to them, you might be bringing the evidence and I give you the verdict. I'll say, okay, this is your property. But remember, I'm not 100% certain who is right or who is wrong, who is speaking the truth. I'm just giving you the judgment based on the evidence. But remember, the portion of the earth that you are taking from my verdict, you are lying. If you are lying, you are taking that portion of hell for you. Brothers and sisters, they got broken. They are killing each other only because the property. Husband and wife in the court because of the property. Why? And Rasulullah is saying that the Muslim community, when we will see this community, at what time, at what stage, when the kuffar will wipe us off? He is saying that subhanallah, similitude of the believers with regards to their love and affection and well-feeling and being, thinking for them, well-wishing for them. It's just like one body. And if the body has got ache or pain, the body aches in any part of the body or pain in any part of the body, it is felt by whole body because of the sleeplessness and fever. We don't have that feeling, subhanallah. When our parents are getting ill and they are ill and we don't want to look after them, we send them to care home. Imagine if the time when we were born and your mother must say she had squeezed your neck, what could have you done? Carried us 9 months in her stomach. She can't sleep on right because you kick inside. She can't sleep on the left because you kick inside. She can't eat the delicious food because you are in her stomach. She suffered for 9 months, and then Prophet has said when she dies at the time of labor, she is Shahida, she is directly go to Jannah. That mother, we beat her, we shout at her, we cheat her, we do wrong to her, we wait for her to die so that her wealth will be transferred to my name. Same thing we do with our father, same thing we do with our children, same thing we do with our husband, same thing we do with our wives, same thing we do. And as I said, this woman, she said, I killed myself because I had enough, because of my father, my brothers. She didn't mention about the female. She only mentioned men. My father had enough, done enough to me. I expected my brothers to support me. They have done enough to me. I thought my strange husband will at least help me. He took the advantage of that because no support from father and brothers. He said, okay, you are like a small little bird for me. And he did what he had to do. And this woman burnt herself and died. And she left the note that my men have done enough. Now, my brothers and sisters, this is the hadith. And that's why I said we all are Muslims, but we all are not mu'min. We all can be Muslims, but we all cannot be mu'min. And this is what Rasulullah has said, and this is what Surah At-Tawbah verse 71 says. That, and this look, subhanallah, I want to describe more and more, but at the time will not give me the permission. The word awliya. Awliya is different than ikhwa. Awliya is different than husband and wife relationship. Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتُ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضُهُمْ. Awliya, wali Allah. And then Prophet has given the example that the true wali is the one who feels pain for his brothers and sisters the way he feels pain in his body. And listen, if we do this, subhanallah, as a Muslim, I will just come and tell you the speech and you will say, outside, yes, you will have a cigarette in your mouth, maza aa gaya. No! Take this, subhanallah, this is one of the reasons why kuffar are killing us. Why kuffar are insulting us. Why kuffar are burning our Quran? Because we don't act according to the Quran. How can anybody say anything bad about our Quran when we are saying bad about Quran? We don't know the meaning of the word of, the wali. And Rasulullah is saying that all of you are like wali in mutual love for each other. We have mutual hatred for each other. No affection, hatred. No well-being or well-wishing. No. We want I to be better than the other person. With this, I want to conclude, my brothers and sisters. I don't know, last time somebody told me that it is when I end my khutbahs, it goes into Asr time. Is it like that? Is it Asr time now? Is it Asr time, Tariq bhai, beta?
20 minutes, still 15, 20 minutes.
No, Asr ki adhan ka.
Yes, after time.
Tariq beta? No, तो अब वैसे कब अदान होती है असर की?
Yeah,
Okay,
155.
alhamdulillah. So, says I'm very strong racist. I follow the Luthanians, okay? So according to me, still we have time. So inshallah, and I love Luthanians before I love anybody outside. So you are my priority. Any harm would be thought about you people, it will cross me, inshallah. And you know I'm a man of my word. Okay, so I want to conclude this. My brothers and sisters, I want to see this unity with each other. And my khutbah will only prove you that you have really understood this message. After you leave from here, go and call your brother or sister, your father or mother, your husband or wife, your children, that you have cut off the relationship and ask to forgive you. Let's see if you can do that. Invite them. At least invite them for one cup of tea and biscuits. Invite them at least for one samosa. It won't cost you anything. But you will see the change. Maybe they'll put you down. You will say, come on man, 2 rupees ka samosa, I can buy 20-pound samosas. I don't want yours. Doesn't matter. But you will be, looked high in the sight of Allah. We want to be looked high in the sight of Allah or not? We want Allah to be happy with us or not? So we want to be brotherhood. We have to create this. We have to go to all our brothers and sisters, those from whom we have first our kings. Yes? First our kings, then our neighbors, our friends, like that. And inshallah, you will see the differences. I know it won't change overnight, but it will come. Agar do log bhi sudhar gaye, even 2 people could follow this, inshallah, my khutbah is done. Inna Allah wa malaikatu yusalluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, dua qunut in the second rakat for the shuhada, janaza for the shuhada, inshallah. And then inshallah, after that, if you guys want to join me for Asr prayer, for mashallah, Uncle Bashir, he's an old man, and alhamdulillah, Islam permits us to combine the prayer, so we can combine we can pray Asr, and it's not a combination because we will be praying Janazah in between. So it's not a combination. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, no problem, inshallah. I think that is Milton Keynes' time maybe.